Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Question came in on the community board asking about the UPS strike. Will the UPS workers go on strike? In doing a brief read on this, it appears that UPS and the Teamsters have agreed on many things, but the one sticking point left is a pay increase for the workers. What was being brought up by the Teamsters is that UPS made about 5 or 6% or had a very high profit margin or increase in profit margin during the pandemic. And I think they want some of that money for the workers. And UPS doesn't want to give it. I believe the Teamsters are set to strike at the end of July. So there's about 21 days left. And both sides are accusing the other side of walking away from the table. Both sides know that the best agreement they're going to get is at the 11th hour. My question is, will the Teamsters actually go on strike? So, Spirit, what can you tell us about the negotiations? And will the Teamsters go on strike? What's going on with these negotiations here? Is it just about money? Okay, Knight of Cups. Making offers, making those deals, there's a public relations thing going on right now. So right now we're in the public relations campaign of things. Both UPS and the Teamsters are trying to position themselves as the reasonable ones in this situation, and paint the other person as being unreasonable. Crossed with the Page of Swords. This is kind of, there's two things that come to mind. One of the big fights that they've got going on, I'll fix my camera here for a second. One of the big fights they've got going on is that they're trying to get better wages and better standards of living for part-time employees. And I'm assuming the part-time employees will be the younger employees. The head of the Teamsters is also trying to show that they can negotiate well and then can go over to Amazon and do the same thing. So there's not only there's public relations going on, but there's also a game of chicken that's going on too. This is kind of describing the overall situation. We'll ask a question if they're going to go on strike in a second. In the past is the world. UPS ships around the world. It's a worldwide company. I guess the last strike they had was in the late 90s. It lasted for about 15 days, and it really it cost UPS a lot. So that seems to indicate that the Teamsters have some leverage here. If they don't have to strike very long for other companies, other worldwide carriers, to pick up the slack of UPS. And that's giving up market share that's going to be hard fought to get back. So by not sharing with the little guy, UPS is really going to cut its nose off to spite its face. Both sides are trying to project strength. They're trying to project that they're the ones in charge, that they're not going to collapse. But I also think that this strength is negotiations need to be ongoing. Both sides are going to stick to their guns. They need to be ongoing, but there's going to have to be some compromise here if they're going to come to an agreement. It's about money. It's about money. It always is about money, isn't it? This is going to be about money for the employees. The outcome is, if this money doesn't come, the Teamsters will go on strike. They're not bluffing. These are the people walking out on the job. Outcome, I think there's going to be an agreement, and it will be at the 11th hour. Both sides are tired. They've been fighting and are negotiating for a long time. But yeah, underneath it, there's going to be a victory. There's going to be an agreement that all sides, you know what they say, you have the true sign of compromise if all sides are unhappy with the agreement. If nobody gets everything that they want, then you truly have had a compromised agreement. I think that this will work out for the Teamsters. I will ask, though. I will ask if this is going to work out for the Teamsters. I think it will. I really do think it will. I don't know how big of the article I was reading doesn't tell me how big of a pay increase they're trying to get for the workers, but I do believe they will get one. One of the arguments is that UPS represents like the full-time drivers getting paid like $90,000 or $95,000 a year, but the union's like, yeah, if they're forced to work 60 to 65 hours a week. I mean, who wants to do that? I mean, if you're young and you're trying to build up capital, sure, but you're giving it. That's like 8 hours a day, 7 days a week. No, that's not true. That's 9 hours a day, 7 days a week, or 11 hours a day, 6 days a week. Who wants to do that? That's kind of we kind of tried to move away from that. All right. Well. What's going to happen? This card wants to pop up. Okay. Keep it down. All right. How's this going to work out? Well, things will happen quickly. The announcement will come quickly. There's the celebration card. They're going to come to an agreement. Okay. I think in the end, this is going to, in the past, this is UPS not wanting to have to start over again. They had a strike in the late 90s, and it really set them back, and it was foolish. I think basically it would be foolish not to share. So the offer is going to go forward with the money. There'll be negotiations with how much, but they're going to be a compromise, and it's not going to be down the middle. If the union was asking for a 10% raise and UPS wanted to give no percent raise, it's not going to be 5%. The workers might get 3%, they might get 7%. But the workers will get a raise out of this one. They might give up a little bit of something in benefits, but there's going to be a compromise in here, and they'll get the money that they're looking for. Both sides will celebrate. Both sides will both sides will play up what they negotiated successfully, and they'll downplay the stuff that they didn't get. But in the end of the day, it keeps the lid on the company. The company doesn't step off the cliff in this regard. I would have rather have seen the Queen of Pentacles there, because that would tell me that the company was taking care of their employees. But in this case, cooler heads prevailed. That's what that means. Outcome, Knight of Wands. They come to agreement. They'll negotiate the contracts, and everybody moves forward satisfied, I guess. Ace of Swords. Yeah, it's a fair deal. Whatever they come up with is a fair deal for both UPS and their workers. So good on them. I am not worried that UPS is going on strike at the end of the month. They'll sort something out. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for watching through this video. Thank you for your comments and your likes and your thumbs up. I really do appreciate your support. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.